Welcome to Stimulus Wealth Today. In recent weeks, many discussions have taken place across the United States about new financial support that may reach seniors who rely on supplemental security income. The amount being talked about is $1,400 in direct payments, described as hard cash relief for older Americans living on fixed incomes. This support is aimed at easing financial pressure for seniors, especially those who depend on Social Security or SSI benefits and often struggle to cover everyday expenses. Seniors are one of the groups most vulnerable to economic challenges. Rising costs of groceries, medical bills, and utilities continue to stretch monthly budgets. For many, Social Security checks cover only the basics, and even then, money often runs out before the end of the month. That is why any announcement of financial assistance brings a sense of relief and hope. A one-time payment of $1,400 could help cover medical prescriptions, rent, or other essential needs for seniors who have been waiting for additional support. The focus on seniors receiving supplemental security income is particularly important because this group represents individuals with limited financial resources. SSI is designed for people with low income and assets, many of whom are elderly or disabled. Adding a lump sum payment on top of these benefits would provide much-needed breathing room. In every state, seniors on SSI face similar challenges, whether they live in large cities or small towns, and the promise of extra financial help has generated significant interest nationwide. The amount being mentioned, $1,400, is not new in public discussions. During the pandemic, similar checks were issued to Americans as part of economic relief measures, and many seniors benefited at that time. Now, the conversation has returned with renewed focus on supporting seniors again, this time directly tied to supplemental security income. The prospect of another cash relief payment gives hope to those who often feel overlooked when new policies are discussed. Across the country, seniors share similar stories. Some describe choosing between buying groceries and paying for heating bills in the winter. Others mention delaying medical treatments or cutting back on important medications because of high costs. In these circumstances, even a single payment of $1,400 could make a noticeable difference. It could mean paying off overdue bills, stocking up on essentials, or finally scheduling a doctor's visit without fear of falling behind financially. The idea of payments going to all states is also significant. It shows that support is not limited to a few regions, but intended for every eligible senior across the nation. Whether in rural communities or crowded cities, the need is the same. Inflation has affected everyone, but it has been particularly harsh for those on fixed incomes. Seniors do not have the flexibility to increase their earnings, and most depend entirely on the monthly checks they already receive. Additional financial relief is often the only way to catch up with rising expenses. When discussions turn to government action, many seniors recall previous debates about stimulus checks and Social Security adjustments. Over the years, there have been cost of living increases, but they rarely match the speed of rising prices. That is why direct payments stand out. They are immediate, tangible, and can be used however recipients see fit. For seniors who often face financial emergencies, having unrestricted cash provides freedom and dignity. It allows them to decide what is most important for their individual situations. The announcement of this payment has also led to questions about timing and eligibility. Seniors on SSI want to know when the money will arrive, how it will be delivered, and whether they need to apply or if it will be automatic. These are natural concerns, as many seniors find the process of paperwork and applications difficult. The hope is that, if the payment is approved, it will be distributed quickly and directly into the same bank accounts or debit cards where SSI checks are usually sent. Family members of seniors are also paying close attention to these developments. Many adult children help their aging parents manage bills, and they understand how far an extra $1,400 could go. For households where multiple generations live together, such support could ease not only the senior's burden but also reduce stress on the entire family. Extra funds could help cover shared costs like food, utilities, or housing. While excitement grows, there are also reminders of caution. Seniors are warned to be careful of scams and misinformation. Whenever financial aid is announced, fraudulent calls and emails tend to appear, targeting vulnerable individuals. Seniors are advised to rely only on official information and avoid sharing personal details with unknown sources. The actual payment, if approved, would come directly through official government channels, not through random phone calls or suspicious messages. The broader discussion around this payment also ties into debates about long-term support for seniors. Some believe that a one-time payment is helpful, but not enough, calling instead for permanent increases to Social Security and SSI benefits. They argue that seniors should not have to wait for special announcements to receive adequate financial support. Others see the payment as a meaningful first step that could lead to more consistent assistance in the future. As the details continue to spread, many seniors are already planning how they would use the $1,400 if it arrives. Some plan to pay medical bills, while others consider using it to catch up on rent or mortgage payments. A few may use it for transportation, home repairs, or even to buy gifts for grandchildren. Regardless of how it is spent, the common theme is that the money would go toward essential needs and make life a little easier in a difficult time. In every state, the anticipation is the same. Seniors are waiting, watching, and hoping that the promise becomes reality. The financial strain of daily living has been a heavy burden for too long, and relief of any kind is welcomed. Whether in large households or living alone, seniors on supplemental security income deserve the chance to feel secure and supported. The possibility of a $1,400 cash payment represents more than just money. It symbolizes relief, dignity, and the hope of being remembered in national policy decisions. Disclaimer: this content is provided for informational and educational purposes only. It does not represent official government policy, financial advice, or a confirmed announcement of payments. Discussions about a potential $1,400 payment for seniors on supplemental security income are based on public conversations and reports, but no guarantee can be made regarding timing, eligibility, or approval. Seniors and their families should always verify details through official sources such as the Social Security Administration or other trusted government websites. Viewers are advised to remain cautious of scams or false claims related to stimulus checks, and to rely only on official communication channels for accurate updates.